Hey, Steve here at FlipSideCT. Thank you for joining, and wanted to let you know that if you haven't seen it yet, my making of Jumpin Jack Flash, about 2 hours and 21 minutes long, is out there for your viewing. So if you haven't seen it, maybe you want to check it out if you haven't already. Proud of it. I think I did a good job with it, and I got some great responses. It's about, right now, it's 65,000 views. I kind of wish I got more people to like it, though. For that amount of views, a little disappointed. It is what it is, but I just wish people saw the effort and the amount of work that I put in there. And I mean, if you liked it, just click it on and say like. I mean, that's all I could say. I wanted to thank you for people who have donated. Last video I asked for some donations to help me with my projects and for my documentaries. And some people have done that, and I really appreciate it. I wanted to thank them directly, like Kevin W., Elaine D., John C., Rick M., Andrew G., Kathy W., Landsmain Exports, Eric E., Kelly P., Sam G., thank you so much, Sam, Charles S., Kevin C., Jeffrey S. So thank you, thank you. I just appreciate it so much, you can't imagine. And I do want to mention, for those who are getting donations, I will be sending you via the PayPal or an email. You'll get an update of where I am and what I'm doing with my next documentary. I'm going to give you special insight to knowing what's happening because, hey, you were kind enough to donate. I'm going to give you some updates personally, just so you hear about what's happening. Now, I want to do a turn on. In fact, someone turned me on. Kathy, thank you so much for the podcast of Andrew Loog Oldham. And he has a podcast called Sounds and Vision. And I really dug it. Got some great information, good resource information for me. Talk about the Stones. And I think he also interviews Elliot Easton from the Cars. There's another podcast by a gentleman called Bob Lefsetz, and he interviews some great people, some really entertaining. I mean, it's really good. I highly recommend it. He did Jerry Harrison from Talking Heads, Jay Johnstone guitars from Elton John. But one thing that really clicked, and I was playing it for my wife in the car, was his interview with Marshall Chess. And it is unbelievable. It's so well done, so intriguing, so riveting, such great storytelling from Marshall. And Bob is a wonderful interviewer. He just lets it ride and knows when to ask the questions. But anyway, Marshall Chess Records does have a YouTube channel now, and they're starting to push. Marshall wants to promote Chess Records and let his grandkids know how cool Grandpa was. So it's called Chess Records Tribute. Very few views, but he's putting things out there that are wonderful. And I'm probably even going to use some of the information from my source and get some Stones info from there. So check that out on the YouTube channel. So here is a list. Check these names out. I crossed out the actual album's artist names. Playing on this album, look at this list. I was doing some digging as I was just doing a little research on Ry Cooder. And I got down this rabbit hole and it led me right here. I just gave a what the fuck, unbelievable, I gotta get this record after I sampled some of it. And it was just wonderful. I got it on eBay for $11 sealed. The album is from the Everly Brothers. And it's called Stories We Could Tell. It's from 1972. Country rock, some ballads on it. And all I could say is, if you like Graham Parsons, you're gonna dig this. I don't know how you don't like Graham. This is a wonderful album, and as you saw the artists, one thing I don't know what songs the artist played on, so that's the only thing that bothered me, but hey, it's a good one to spin. I had a birthday a couple months ago, and my daughter bought me a book. I had an Amazon list, and she purchased this one, and she also got me a Chess Records book, and I have that somewhere else, but this is a Road Mangler Deluxe. Phil Kaufman. Those of you who don't know Phil, there's a movie called Grand Theft Parsons, and it's about him. He is a big tie-in to Graham and the death of Graham, to taking his body, stealing it, burning it, and the story's in here, but he also ties in a lot to the Stones, how he met them, you know, being a bodyguard, etc. So some really cool details in here. I'm still reading it and having fun. This next record is a tie-in to the Stones, and I love, and I'm trying to collect everything from Nicky Hopkins. This is called Sweet Thursday. There's Nicky, and there's a couple artists on here from Cat Stevens and Blues Breakers. It was a super group. It was a short-lived super group. The record company that they put it out originally just went tanked, and they never got a promotion, and the guys just went on their own ways. It's a softer type album. It's not a hard rockin' album, but it has Nicky, and I just love it all. And Sweet Thursday is not an album you see around all the time. This was I forgot how much it was, whatever, Amazon gift card. So the last album I want to show is one I'm really proud to have, and I think as a rock and roller you should look into this, because I don't know how many people don't like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. This is them live in '97, recently put out there. His daughter, Aria, she actually lives close by, next town over from me. But anyway, she helped work with this album. They played in '97, 20 nights at the Fillmore West. Last 6 nights were the ones that were recorded, and really, really well done recording, as you could imagine Tom would do. But it's so relaxed, it's so cool. The songs are fan-friggin-tastic. Look at these songs, and I had a real good time. And what's special about this, you got Roger McGuinn singing with them, and you got John Lee Hooker, which is just kick-ass. So I'm not going to go in deep. There's a write-up in here that talks about all the shows and how they approach this. Great pictures. Look at that. Just some photos of the show. I think you're not going to be displeased with this. Get it now. So I have a bunch of books to show. I still want to do that. There's so many things to do. Okay, hope all is well. We got the summer coming here in the U.S. Northeast, and we're looking forward to that. Oh yeah. Bye-bye.